Hello guys, this weekend it's Manchester United versus Aston Villa at Old Trafford, and it's the 2 o'clock kickoff on Sunday, so let's get into it. Let's cue that intro. Oh no, welcome back to Matchday Live, and it's me Dan back again, and this weekend it's Manchester United versus Aston Villa at Old Trafford, and the team I think is pretty much going to be the same team from the Spurs game last night. It's just Sancho, Anthony, Rashford, Fernandes, Eriksen, Casemiro, and obviously Dalot, Luke Shaw, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, and then David De Gea. Although it could be Malacia, I'm not too sure. He might rotate it a bit. He might bring in Sabitzer for this game for Eriksen maybe, or I don't know. We'll look at that. We'll talk about that in the episode. So let's get into it. Let's play match and let's talk about the last league result, which was a 2-2 draw when it shouldn't have been a 2-2 draw. It was a game of two halves. United, we started really well. Sancho on that left-hand side had a chance, literally just went through and put it past Forster. So then that was 1-0. And then literally a couple seconds later, we could have been 2-0. Literally same thing. Sancho on that left-hand side, he struck it and I think he got blocked. And then he had another chance and it got cleared off the line. Yeah, it was what a finish. It was one of them games where we got the first chance, and then we looked like we was going to get a couple because Spurs were not up for it first half, and then literally Spurs were getting into the game a bit more by the end of the first half, and then Rashford. It was Rashford who got the second goal through Man United. It was a great ball over the top from Bruno Fernandes, and he put it in to Rashford's area, and it's a great goal from Rashford. He beat Dyer and he beat Forster in the net. So then that was 2-0, and I was like, we're gonna rattle these. We're gonna get 3 or 4 here because they were just not up for it at all, and they were just poor. It was just poor defending after poor defending, and then the second half came out, and all of a sudden Spurs scored. It's that we just never really got into the game. I think got into the second half. We just kept giving the ball away. They had so much time and space, especially down that left hand side. So it's just like, what's happening? United just switched off. We just switched off like the Sevilla game. In that last 10 minutes of the Sevilla game, we just completely switched off. The defending was absolutely terrible. You could say, obviously we had extra time at the weekend. Maybe the lads were getting a bit leggy, and they did get the first goal through. Who was it? It wasn't Son. Son got the second goal, wasn't it? Oh, it was Porro. The ball just fell to him in the penalty area, I think, and it's a good strike from Porro, and we were just defensively all over the place. Casemiro was giving the ball away, Luke Shaw was just pressing high, and Harry Kane was getting right behind him, and Porro made it 2-1, and then literally a couple minutes later, literally a couple seconds later, we had a great chance with Bruno Fernandes. It was great from Eriksen to put through Bruno Fernandes. He did the little skill, and then all he had to do is put it past Forster. He did put it past Forster, but it hit the crossbar. And if we made it 3-1 there, that would have been the game, I think. If we got that goal, it would have been, I think the confidence from Spurs would have gone down, if we got that goal, I reckon we would have won the game 3-1. But then, we just don't take our chances. And then literally a couple of minutes later, I think Son had a chance, put it wide. And then Eric Dyer had a chance, put it wide. It was looking like, either Spurs were going to go ahead and score or we was going to go ahead and hold on. But we didn't hold on. It was a calamity, a second goal. It was just poor defending, like a long kick from David De Gea. His distribution, again, wasn't that good this game. A long kick from David De Gea, I think, was it Romero won the header? And all he had to do, yeah, Romero just put it through, and Malacia was, yeah, Malacia don't know what he was doing. Malacia just started going forward, and Harry Kane was in so much space to pass it through to Son at the back post, who was uncompletely marked, and he made it 2-2. And that was pretty much the game after that. You know, we did have a couple, we kind of got the ball a bit more. We made some changes, although the substitutions from Erik Ten Hag are very questionable. To bring off Anthony and Eriksen, okay, Eriksen looked like he was getting a bit, getting a bit slow, and I would have thought he would have brought on Sabitzer, and he also brought on Weghorst as well to play as the number 10, which was very questionable. He brought on Martial for Anthony, and I thought, okay, you know, Martial's going to go up top. I would have thought he would have brought on Sabitzer, but in the end, yeah, it's just I don't know. The substitutions didn't work, and you know, they got the second goal maybe through that. You know, Malacia came on with Weghorst. It shows you that we haven't got the quality of depth in squad depth in this team isn't that good. Okay, you could say Sabitzer and you know Malacia, but yeah, I thought the substitutions were wrong in the end. So yeah, that was quite disappointing to see. So yeah, we drew the game 2-2. Okay, we didn't lose, but you know, I thought it was 2 points dropped. Really, it felt like a loss. You know, we were looking pretty positive, and it looked like we was going to win the game. And again, we dropped points. Okay, we're still in the top 4, but you know, we can't keep dropping points. We've drew our last couple of games, and we haven't really won. You know, we haven't really won since the Forest game. So it's not looking good for us at the moment. Thankfully, you know, we're playing at home, but then obviously we've got a massive game against Aston Villa, obviously, who are on a great run at the moment. You know, they beat Chelsea away, they beat Leicester away, you know, they beat Newcastle at home 3-0, so they are playing really well. And obviously, since you know they beat us, they beat us at their place. I think it was 2-0 when Unai Emery's first game. So, yeah, they are playing really well. So, I can't say we it's going to be a hard game. It's definitely going to be a hard game against Aston Villa. But I do expect a reaction because Erik Ten Hag was not happy. You could see he was not happy in the Spurs game. And, you know, we need to, if we can keep winning the home games for the last couple of games, then I reckon we will get top 4. But we can't keep dropping points. And if we lose to Aston Villa, there will be question marks again. You know, okay, we haven't got Martinez or Varane. But again, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Last couple of games, we haven't played well. You know, we have played well, and then we haven't done much. You know, we haven't scored that much. Okay, one of the good things that today that's come out that Garnacho will be fit. Well, he's come back to first team training today, so we could see him on Sunday. Hopefully, we will. I don't think he'll be starting, but I reckon he might. You know, he might just get on the bench, and obviously we do have a midweek game next week against Brighton, and that's a big game for us as well. So we are facing the top 9 sides now, and obviously our away record isn't that good, but thankfully our home record isn't too bad. And you know, I just hope we can get through Aston Villa this weekend, get the 3 points, get back to winning ways, and then face Brighton at their place, and hopefully get the 3 points there. But it's going to be question marks. Also, obviously tonight apparently the deadline for the 3rd round bids. So there is loads of talk today obviously about Qatar and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Obviously, Sir Jim Ratcliffe has apparently offered the Glazers 50%. Well, sorry, not 50%. He wants to have the controlling percentage, Jim Ratcliffe, but he's offered Joel and Avram Grant, Avram Grant, Joel and Avram Glazer like 20% or something, like 10% each. Which obviously we don't want that, and it is looking like if they don't sell, there's gonna be a massive uproar if they don't sell, and it. I think personally the best offer is going to be the Qataris. Unfortunately, it hates me to say that because I hate City. I hate teams with all the money and stuff like that. And okay, Qatar, they might not put any money in, but it's going to be like a sports washing offer. But again, I would welcome the Qataris, but it's question marks on the ownership, and obviously that's going to happen tonight. And we could see a new owner confirmed new owners by the end of next week, apparently, because they want to get it through before if they are going to sell, they want to get it through before the transfer window, so then the team can have things like that. So score prediction for Aston Villa, I can't predict it, to be honest. I thought we would beat Spurs last night, and obviously we drew 2-2. We got to show up. We got to show up. We have to show up at Old Trafford this weekend. If we don't, then I reckon Aston Villa could, do another 2-0 against us. So it's going to be question marks on us. It depends which United will turn up. If United does turn up, then I reckon we'll win the game. I reckon we will win the game but it's gonna be a very hard game against Aston Villa. So do you know what? I'm gonna go 2-1 again. I reckon United will score. I think we will get a reaction, but I think it's gonna be one of those close games where Aston Villa score late on or something, and then they put on the pressure for us. But let's see what happens there. So anyway, guys, I'm actually going to end it here for today. So please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to leave your score prediction below. So right, guys, I'm going. Bye.